control, VTEC fuel, VTEC spark, and the rest of these we shouldn't need to do anything with. So let's go ahead and jump into our variable valve timing. Now in here, the cam control mode, we're going to go ahead and set this, not to user defined, but we're going to go ahead and set this to a Honda K series, so Honda K20 VTC. And then we're going to have to go through and set up our cam control here a little bit and talk about our cam angle test to make sure that's all functioning and working to populate proper inlet bank 1 tooth offsets. So the cam sensor input for the variable cam control, digital 1, all the output, so the output for aux 2 that's controlling the VTC solenoid, that's all default. The frequency should be all set. We should be able to run with these default values and do fairly well. Now what we have to do here is consider our VVT inlet target and our VVT inlet target 2 tables. We want to have a VVT or variable cam target table for low cam and high cam. Now how do we do this? Now we're going to go to our active inlet tables and we're going to go ahead and say 2 tables. And then in this case, the inlet table activation, we're going to base this on our VTEC activation. So if we go through our list here, we can see aux 14 is set for VTEC. Anytime VTEC turns on, we want to go and use our target table 2. When VTEC's off, we'll use our target table 1. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and set this to aux 14. And now we're going to go into our table here and populate a better target table value. So let's go in here to import from file and go to VVT control. And let's use our VVT inlet target K20 option right here. This is set to MGP, also set to engine speed. We need to go and set this not to MGP, but based on throttle position. So let's go in here and let's go into click X to our Y-axis. And we're going to type in here TPS. And we're going to go here to our TPS main. And we're going to go here and just do initialize axes. We'll go from 0, 10, and then we'll get rid of 20. We can keep 40. Let's get rid of 50. Let's get rid of 70. And then 100 or 90. We'll get and keep 100. So looking at this, we're starting off here 0 to 100. We're going to leave our table values at 0 for right now. And we'll talk about populating them once we get things going. We want to make sure, in this case, that we have the table axes being the same between our table 1 and table 2 when it goes and it switches between these two. What I'm going to do right now is set the export to file, and we'll go to VVT control and VVT inlet target. And I'm going to just say here K20 alpha N, so I have this saved. And then I can go into my target table 2. We can import from file, not export. And we're going to grab that option we just saved, so alpha N. So these 2 tables are set the same. So this is going to allow us to bias between the 2 tables based on VTEC activation. We'll talk about how to set these up and what to do once we get the engine to fire up and run and start doing our calibration process and part throttle. Let's leave them blank for right now just to keep things simple. I'm going to go here to File, Save, and save this real quick. And let's move into VTEC fuel. Now here's something we need to consider. We have our VE table 1, which is our fuel table 1, set for low cam or non-VTEC operation. When we have VTEC active, we're going to have different fueling amount, different airflow coming into the engine with our high cam activation or VTEC activation. And therefore we should have 2 tables. We shouldn't have just a table here based purely on just one table for low and high cam operation that will essentially not give us good drivability if we're in certain throttle angle or load situations. So in order to account for essentially all of our variables and all of our conditions, we want to have 2 tables. How do we do this? Pretty simple. We're going to go down to our dual fuel table option, and we're going to click, in this case, dual table, and then the activation here, we're going to go in and we're going to set it to VTEC active, just as we've done on the variable cam table. So we're going to say VTEC active. So pretty simple. Now our VTEC fuel table 2, or fuel table 2 is for our VTEC, this needs to be configured. What we can do here is take our table 1, so we'll go here to export, and we can go in here to, let's look at our VE fuel table, and we can say VE table alpha N, and we can bring this in here. Let's go to import, and we're going to grab.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.